Hello guys! So I hope you can hear me because there is a river running right next to me, so I try to speak loudly enough for you to hear me. But I have quite a story to tell actually, and as you have guessed from the title of this video and also the footages in the intro, we moved out of our house. So let's tell you why. Well, I try and do a little painting here. The story actually started 3 weeks ago, because 3 weeks ago we started working on the west side of our house, which was going to be the most difficult side because we basically had to open it up completely because we had to alter the structure completely for making room for the new windows, because they will have a completely different form as the windows that used to be in there. Also, the insulation was quite bad because on the west side a lot of rain came in over the course of the years. So we opened it up completely. And of course, that was also the week that autumn decided to come. So it was really, really wet. We had a lot of rain. The rain came into our house, obviously, because the whole side was open, even though we tried to protect it with like plastic coverage. Still, the rain managed to find its way inside our house, move through the walls, move to the floor. Also, temperatures dropped very drastically. So even though during the day it was not that cold, we had a couple of nights where it was almost 4 degrees Celsius. And since our house was completely open at this point, the inside temperature is the same as the outside. That meant we had a lot of water inside, so it was not completely wet, but we had a lot of water inside, so everything has to be covered, and even still there was a lot of water. And then it was really cold, especially during the night, so it's really not so pleasant if you have to get up in the morning or go to bed or get up during the night and it's like only 4 degrees. And then because you were working so much, there was basically, like, we went in and out the house the whole time, and we were basically working inside every corner because we were working on the whole outer shell of the house, so we had to work everywhere. There was not a clean spot left. Even the kitchen, who used to be a clean space, was not a clean space anymore. Same goes for the bedroom. So there was like, because it was so wet outside, there was a mud trail on the stairs, there was a mud trail through the house. It was an extreme construction site by that point. And then I decided to get sick. So I first got sick from my second vaccine, from my second COVID vaccine. I was 2 days, I was really ill from that. And it's not so pleasant if you have to be sick in a house that is open and cold and wet and dirty and a lot of noise the whole time. And a week later I got sick another time, so I actually went to the hospital for 2 days. I'm almost fine now, by the way. I'm still very tired, and then you have to come home and try to recover while the house is still in the same state. And to be fair, I don't mind camping. I don't mind living half outside. I don't mind the temperatures and the weather, but at that point, it has been going on for more than 9 months, and then you have been sick 2 times, so you're in pain and you're cold and you're very tired and you don't know how long it will take, and then everything is so wet and dirty inside and you actually can't relax. You know, it feels a bit like a defeat, but I had it until there. I just couldn't enjoy it anymore. It was a bit too much at that point. And luckily, Kun agreed and our carpenter quite agreed. So we decided to move to a little cabin. It's only 1 kilometer from our house. It's basically out our street down to the fjords, and it's like a camping site on the fjord, really beautiful. And we have little holiday houses there. So now we're renting a very tiny holiday house. And it's perfect. It is clean, it is dry, it is warm. We have everything although it's very tiny, we have everything we need, and we can have our cats with us again. It makes everything so much better because I miss them so much. So it gave us like a bit of a break of living there, and So you could basically have a bit more perspective. You could move away and gain a little perspective and like get ourselves together again, like regroup, replan. And it actually goes really well now because we're a bit more relaxed. We can take a bit more distance, and we still go there every day to work, obviously, because we want that it goes fast. We want to keep going. And for now the plan is, as soon as the 4 outer walls are ready and it is closed again, and we have all the windows in, and we have the front door in, and we have all the walls closed, then we're going to clean it inside, and then we can go move back in, and then we can continue living there while we do the renovations on the inside. But then we don't have this traffic from outside to inside the whole time, because we're working on both time, and then we can actually keep it separated outside and inside, and it's a bit more manageable to keep it cozy and also kind of clean when we work inside while we live there. We do hope that will happen in a couple of weeks, but it really gives us a bit of a break. It actually feels a bit like a defeat, like I feel a bit stupid, because there's so many people who live like outside and in cabins, and they can manage it, and some people don't even need like warm water, and they just use the river, but it was just enough. I just had enough. And I feel a bit stupid about it, because I should be able to manage it. I should be able to live that way, because we don't need much, you know. We don't need much at all. So I do have mixed feelings. I'm really happy to be here now for a few weeks, to have this break. But on the other side, I feel a bit silly that I needed this. But in those two, in my experience, very stressful weeks, those 2 very hard weeks, we actually did a lot. So we opened up the west side completely. So we only had like the construction wood, like the main frame left. Then we had to adjust the whole structure, because all the windows were going to have a different size. Obviously we are making it ourselves really hard. And then a big component of why this was so difficult, and it also took a long time, because in our living room we wanted to open up a wall, so that meant that we had to install an extra beam. And because we already had an existing metal beam in the ceiling, we decided to order the same one and then place it next to it. But it was so difficult, because we had to, the wall that we wanted to take away supported the roof and everything, so it was really difficult. It was quite stressful, and the new beam had to go inside the new wall, inside the west side of the house. So it meant it had to happen at the same time, and then we had to insulate it again when the new frames were made. Now we finally could start closing up again, and actually right now we're in an advanced state, so the windows are already in, and I have painted the whole thing, but that's a story. I will show you this footage later on. I just wanted to tell you the story of how the most difficult side of our house coincided with the start of autumn and me getting really sick. So it was just too much and too stressful and too difficult all at once, and I feel a bit silly about it, but I just couldn't. I had enough. So that is why we moved temporarily to this small little amazing cabin down at the camping site, and we go every day to our house to work. It wasn't very hard 2 weeks. It was really hard. I had a really hard time, and I feel a bit stupid about having had such a hard time, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel a bit stupid about it. I mean, I feel a bit silly. But again, I am also very happy to be in this little cabin right now. And I completely forgot to film a proper ending to this video. So we're actually now already more than a week later. It's now Wednesday, 13th of October, and tomorrow we will be 2 weeks in this cabin. And I'm actually already filming a new vlog with some really exciting house construction stuff. But thank you so much for watching this video. I know it wasn't that exciting, but exciting stuff is coming, I promise you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.